Title: The Archivist's Lesson. When Talia entered the Grand Archive of Lysaria, she expected shelves of dusty books, not a living, breathing labyrinth where knowledge moved like currents in the air. She had come as a first-year biology student, tasked to find the root of all biological study. But the halls were endless, and the answer was anything but obvious. At the center of the archive sat an old figure known only as the Arkivist, a man whose eyes looked as if they'd witnessed the earliest spark of life itself. "You seek biology," he said without turning. "But tell me, what do you think it is?" Talia hesitated. "The study of living things, I suppose." "Too simple," the Arkivist replied, rising slowly. "To study life is to study change, interaction, structure, history. Biology is the science of living organisms and the laws that govern them. But to understand it, you must understand life's layers." He touched a nearby panel, and the floor beneath them unfolded into shifting images, each one a level of organization. "At the smallest scale," he began, "there are cells, the basic units of life. Cells combine to form tissues, tissues form organs, and organs unite into systems. Systems create an organism." The images expanded outward: a forest, a river, an entire coastline. "But organisms do not exist alone," he continued. "Groups form populations, different species form communities, and communities interacting with their environment create ecosystems. All the ecosystems on Earth form the biosphere, the grand stage where every biological drama unfolds." Talia felt the complexity settle into her mind like pieces of a puzzle. "So biology is the study of all these levels?" "Yes," he said. "Biologists may focus on molecules or mountains, cells, or entire species. But the core goal remains: to understand life in all its layers." He moved to a long table filled with scattered notes, diagrams, and curious glass spheres that glowed like captured starlight. "Now, before any biologist claims knowledge, they must follow the path of inquiry. This is where the scientific method begins." The spheres floated upward, each one illuminating a step in the process. "First, we observe," he said. "Every discovery begins with noticing something: behavior, pattern, anomaly. Then we ask questions. Why does a plant bend toward light? Why do cells divide? Why does one creature thrive and another perish?" He pointed to a sphere that pulsed softly. "From these questions, we form a hypothesis, a possible explanation, grounded in logic. The next sphere ignited with motion. And then we test. Experiments must be controlled, variables defined, data measured." Talia watched as imaginary results wrapped around them like ribbons of light. "We analyzed the results, seeking patterns, evidence, contradictions." The ribbons shifted, twisting into a clearer form. "And from there," he said, "we draw conclusions. We accept the results, or we revise the hypothesis and test again. Science is not stubborn, it adapts." Talia felt a quiet respect rising within her. "So biology isn't just facts," she said softly. "It's a process, an investigation." The Archivist smiled for the first time. "Exactly. Biology is alive because life is alive. We study cells, organisms, ecosystems, but more than that, we study relationships, changes, interactions. Biology is the pursuit of understanding life's structure, its function, and its endless complexity." The halls dimmed as the images faded, leaving the silence of the archive once more. "So," the Archivist asked, "have you found the root of biology?" Talia nodded. "Yes, biology is the science of life, its levels, its patterns, its questions, and the method we use to uncover its truths." The Archivist bowed his head. "Then you are ready to begin."